What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Whoa! So last week we took delivery of the Toyota GR86. I wasn't able to give you guys a detailed overview of the model we got and every knick-knack and accessories that we had gotten, but if you guys haven't gone to see that episode yet, make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. I might leave it like somewhere on the screen maybe, so go ahead and check that out. It's really dope and I'm super excited to show you guys some of the things. Without further ado, let's hop into it. All right, you guys, so here is our 2022 Toyota GR86 in Raven Black. This is the base model. I didn't go with the premium because you know, for one, it was all very hard to find, and for two, I saved money on some of the things that I was going to change out anyways, like the seats and the wheels, so it didn't really matter. So going forward, this paint is amazing. I mentioned it in the prior video, but I don't know if the camera is able to like pick it up, but there's like flakes in the paint, which is super dope. I wasn't expecting that picking up the car, and so that was one of the things that surprised me. Another things that you guys are going to notice right when you walk up to this car or see it from afar is this grille. This grille is freaking dope. I'm pretty sure that these right here are supposed to like mimic G's for the G in GR. I don't really see it quite honestly, but you know, that's basically what is being said. That's what it's supposed to mimic. So but honestly, it looks so dope from the front. I've gotten a lot of compliments already on how sexy the car looked. That was literally the word that was being used. It was sexy. So that was freaking dope. It does look sexy. Another thing you're gonna notice is these vents right here on the side. So these are functional vents. It definitely adds character to the car and to the front bumper. Going next to the vents, you see like this nice like lip on the front bumper. I think that adds such an aggressive look to it, kind of coming towards you. Another big thing you guys are gonna notice is these amazing freaking headlights. Now I do believe that the premium model, it kind of like moves, I believe. These don't have that, it doesn't adjust, but I mean, I really don't feel like I need that anyways. I ended up getting the paint protection little package from factory. That's not something that I chose. That's something that just came like that from factory to the dealership. So it's one of the things that I just kind of had to buy, just because, like I said, I wasn't able to kind of spec the car out how we wanted it. Just because it's hard for a lot of people to spec it out unless they're willing to wait 3 to 4 months right now. So just keep that in mind. Moving on to the tires. These tires are 215 by 45 all around, and they're sitting on Michelin Primacy tires, which they're not too bad, but they're also not so great. I think it all depends on what you're looking for, whether it's track or whatever. So the premium model comes with the Pilot Sport 4s, which are definitely more stickier. But look at these wheels, like they're supposed to be meant to be like a katana, so Japanese blade. If you don't know anything about swords or anything like that, or just like old history, katanas are a really great blade, and I think they did a really good job making it look somewhat very aggressive, and I like the concept that they were trying to make them look like katanas. These brakes, they're pretty small, so I'm not too sure on the dimensions of the brakes, but I will say that they are small, and putting it to the test as I've had the car for a week, they definitely are going to need some bigger brakes, you guys. So I'm definitely looking into that. Now we also have some more functional vents right here, you guys. This is super dope. I believe there's also an add-on where you can kind of like add, like, I want to say it's plastic, but it's basically like a little add-on that you would kind of attach right here, that basically it kind of extends this little design, and it has like a GR on it, and then I believe the BRZs kind of have that as well for like an STI version. This side skirt right here is so dope. Look how it like just kind of comes right here and then kind of pokes out just like a little bit. Oh man, it adds like such nice finesse to the car. And then we got our gas cap right here. It's a little push. It takes 91 gas. Y'all, if you can see in the last video, you know how expensive it was to fill this up. Very small tank, about 10 to like 11 gallons I want to say, and then like 91 with like the price being $6. I think it took me like 65 bucks to fill it up, so just to kind of give you guys a reference. Moving on to the back, they definitely had to like grow on me because I wasn't too fond of these when I seen the BRZ for the first time, and I gotta say they just reminded me of a newer NSX, and that was something I was like, oh man, they look too much like NSX. But after I was staring at them a little bit longer, it actually looks really dope. I'm actually really happy with like the back end. The back end looks so great. Moving on to the trunk space. So we got some space back here. I didn't end up opting out for these mats. The mats came from like factory, but I will say that the mats are freaking dope. I love the fact that I can open up the trunk and it's like a big GR right there. I think this is like some license plate stuff. And then obviously this came with the factory add-on as well. A little first aid kit has like a bunch of freaking like mask and just like some small stuff. I'll kind of open it real quick so you guys can see. But yeah, it has like bandages, masks, you know, all the type of stuff you might need, like an emergency, you know, band-aids, sanitizer wipes. So yeah, that's definitely not something that I personally would like add on, you know what I mean? But hey, we have it, why not? But the space in here is not too bad. It's definitely a lot smaller than what I'm used to. But you can, you know, obviously pull these down and fit whatever you need. I definitely was gonna test it out because I need to take some wheels to Timmy, and I haven't done that yet, so I want to kind of try that out. We got the dual exhaust, which I'm very happy about. I'm used to dual exhaust, and I've seen a bunch of people put like the Tomei exhaust, the Xtreme TI, and I know that's like a single exhaust, and I seen how it looked, and it not being able to feel like, you know, one of these holes, I don't know how I felt about that. So I like that it's a dual exhaust, so I'm gonna try to get an exhaust that I feel sounds like well enough and that has like the two ends being filled, because I don't know, I just don't like this side being empty and this side, even though I have seen clips, the Tomei exhaust sounds amazing. So I just wanted to add that. One more thing on the outside that I didn't get to mention is these right here. These are like actually supposed to be a lot better when it comes to like the aerodynamics of the car. This is not just something that they added on to like you know, make it look wider or anything like that. It actually has like a function. That's basically the outside of the car, and you know, me kind of generalizing it really quick. I hope I didn't like put too much excess information. One more thing about the outside, you guys, is when you get that that paint protection film or whatever, they also put it right here on the side mirrors. It doesn't go all the way, it kind of cuts off to like right here where my finger is at, so it just kind of goes along the lines and then kind of just stays right there. Now obviously you guys might not see it, but there's like bug marks in there, so it does its job. On the inside, first thing on the door, so in the premium model you get the Alcantara right here, but here you have nice soft touch like leather, I want to say, or yeah, leather, pleather, you know. And the same thing right here, like this also feels really good. It has, you have your like small little compartment right here. Here's for your drink, and then, you know, all the side mirror stuff and stuff like that right here. I will say that I think there's like an add-on where it might say like GR right here or something, something of the sort that they might have in the premium. I'm not sure, but you guys can correct me on that. Now, before I get into the car, you can already see like the seats. So I mentioned this in the last video. The base model comes with these kinds of seats. The premium model comes with Alcantara, and these are just regular cloth. But one difference I think that these have is that these right here, just like the front grille, are trying to mimic a G. And so it's kind of cool to leave a little Easter egg in there. I think that if I wasn't watching other reviews and other channels to kind of get that information, I probably wouldn't have known that. I probably would have just thought that it was like a design that came with the car. So that's kind of cool. These pedals, I believe in the premium model, the pedals are aluminum or metal type of pedals. It's not too much of a difference for me. These still kind of work fine, but I believe that there's like aftermarket parts where you can kind of like switch them that are already kind of being out. Getting into the car. This thing looks awesome. So the steering wheel is nicely wrapped in, you know, some type of leather or whatever, and the stitching is pretty nice. You got your nice GR badge right here. Now you get your cruise control on the base, which is kind of cool, especially coming from long trips. Like for me, I was over here coming from Vegas, so I kind of turned that on like a little for like a couple times at least, and it did help. You got your nice big screen right here, which I think is a really good size. I believe like I said, I've never been in the last generation of this model, but I did see some stuff, and this definitely needed to be like a upgrade, this whole section, because this just looks a lot better than the first generation. I've seen that it was like similar to this, but not quite to what this looks like. And now you get quality turns on these dials right here. This is also digital inside of here, the numbers of the climate, and these also feel really good, just like in a, I guess they would say like in a jet or in a cockpit type of deal for like planes. Got your e-brake right here. It feels really good. It has like wrapped in some nice like leather, and it's like stitched for, pretty nicely. I will say this right here is kind of, I mean, I'm really glad that we have cup holders. It's not in the way of me like shifting or anything like that, so I definitely like that. But one thing is, like, when I have my arm right here, it definitely opens up like by itself a lot, because like my arms right here kind of just chilling like this as I'm like shifting or whatever, and then I'll look back and like it'll be open, you know. So that's just one thing I wanted to kind of add on. We got some nice just a little soft touch plastic up here, and this is not the same as this, but it does look nice. We got some storage space in here. It's not like too crazy, but I mean, it works. I'll show you guys with this one, because it has this on there, but this also came with the mats, totally brand new. I haven't even really stepped on this one because I've been kind of just keeping that on there. Let me go ahead and turn it on for you guys. So as you guys can see, it had the Boxer engine in the animation when it starts up. I thought that was really cool, and then it has the GR kind of spinning. That is really dope to me. So they went digital with their cluster, which I think is pretty cool. Everything so far has been like really great on it, and now you guys can see the digital over here. This app section is really cool. It has Apple CarPlay, Android CarPlay, also, like, you know, just very easy to use for me personally, at least. You got your like apps right here, and then it's even got like, you know, roadside systems if you guys like have that. So I definitely really like this. Gives you all your maintenance and everything like that. They did a pretty good job on updating this, I want to say. Shout out to Toyota for doing that. I definitely like the push to start button with the GR. That was a good add-on. There's like literally little to no space in the back, you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of sit back there and show you guys exactly what I mean. This car is definitely not for somebody that was planning to like sit back there. Okay, so oh my gosh, so I'm back here, all right, and mind you, I'm 5'5", short guy problems, but I was even struggling to come back here. So let me go ahead and pull this seat, and like look at my feet. My feet are literally under the seat, and it's not even like all the way back to like how somebody would like normally sit. So like let's kind of like move that a little bit, and like my knees, like I said, like look how forward that is. Like no one's sitting comfortably up there like this. Like there's just no way. There's just no way, dude. So yeah, don't expect to be using your guys' back seats when buying this car. I will say that this up here, it almost looks like it could be suede, but I'm not too sure what kind of material this is up here, but it doesn't seem very bad. Especially I like that it's a dark and not like, you know, a ton of tan or nothing like that. So I definitely appreciate the contrast in here with that. If you guys can see, there's like indents right here that start from like up here, and basically what that is, you know, if you're going to the track or something, you'll be allowed to like have extra room for your helmet. So I haven't gone to the track yet, not for my first time at least. It's definitely something that I want to do, and I want to kind of take this car to the track like being stock. I think that will be like pretty fun. and something that I haven't done. And before we kind of like start really like modding the car, we'll be able to kind of see the potential of the car just completely stock. So it's definitely something I want to kind of set up. Hopefully I can set that up like within the next upcoming weeks. So we're back in the front seat, and I just kind of wanted to give you guys a look-see since we're talking about the track right now. You get track mode, and once you do that, this changes up. If you hold that, so now we're in track mode, and as you can see in the RPMs, freaking 0 through 4 is like way down here, and then you got like 5, 6, and 7. Mainly because when you're at the track, those are the RPMs that just kind of really matter at that point. You're gonna be revving pretty high. You can even track your lap times over here, so you got your oil temps. It also turns your traction control off once you go into track mode as well. I think that's really dope that they did that. That's something that I'm definitely not used to having. Now I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a tour of the engine bay. Guys, we got the Subaru Boxer D4S engine in here, 2.4 liter 4-cylinder. It's coming out at 228 horsepower with 181 torque. Now, people have been throwing this on the dyno, and they've been actually making stock. They've been making like 205, 210. I think the highest was like 215. So like they might have like under shot the specs on the car, but I mean, shoot, I mean, do we care? I mean, we're more grateful if anything, you know what I mean? So, you know, I just kind of wanted to throw that out there. This car has a lot of pickup, a lot of nice torque, and such in the bottom end, because the torque comes at like 3,700 RPMs, which I believe in the O version, it would come at like 6,700 RPMs. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm like new to the community of like GR86s and BRZs, so bear with me. I really like that the filter is up here. That's definitely really different to me as well. I think it's gonna make it a lot easier to kind of change out. I just wanted to say, like, there's so much room in here. I literally can work on this so easily. Like, I can get into everything. They left so much room. If I drop like a nut or a bolt in there, I feel like I could find it like fairly easier than like a lot of other cars like we had. Like, so, you know, in the Infiniti and in the Lexus, I had to really like get in there. If I dropped something, it was gone. There was no saving it. It definitely looks really good in here. It's very, very low. It even got a better center of gravity. The car is very low in general. People get in it, feel like they're falling into it, if anything, but I personally kind of like that. What's funny is that they think it's low, but we're actually gonna go lower soon, so they thought I was crazy for that, but that's what we're meant to do, you guys. That is the overview of our 2022 GR86. Now, I might have left out a couple things, you guys, so like I said, in the comments, go ahead and drop down some of the stuff that I left off, so that it might be the differences from the premium and the base model, or just something you guys wanted to add on that I might have missed. I've tried to pack in all the knowledge that I have currently found out so far, and some of the things that I wanted to also throw in is the pricing and what I paid personally, so that way it kind of gives you guys like a better perspective on what the cost is right now, and just, you know, the type of stuff that the market is in. So I ended up paying $38,000 after taxes and markup and everything like that. So the car from factory, with like the add-ons that the factory threw on, it was coming out to like around 29, a little bit above 29 and some change. And so after 29, the dealership in Vegas was doing a markup of about like $6,000. So it went from 29 to 35,000 straight. And so after that, with taxes and everything like that, it came out to like around 38,000. And so it was pretty up there. I know a lot of people might be like, oh my gosh, that's like ISF money or RCF money or whatever you want to call it. It was a little up there, but considering the shortages and the timing of people purchasing this car and it coming out, it was just kind of crappy timing, because like I said, COVID, and then the shortages, and then, you know, shipping all these cars were getting delayed from like the boats and everything like that. So the dealers definitely have the upper hand right now. Either they're charging markup right out of the gate, or they're charging an options markup, which is basically the same thing. But I mean, with the options markup, I think you can talk them down just a little bit more than just a straight markup, just because you might not want tint on your car, you might not want door guards on your car, you might not want that paint protection or whatever they might add on to it. So you don't have to get that stuff, but they're enforcing it because they need to make their money, and with the market right now, they're able to kind of like persuade that or put that on their cars. So a lot of people are paying a marked up price right now if you've been buying cars from 2020 to like right now. So just be aware of that. I ended up putting down 9 grand on the car. So I put down 9 grand on the car from like all my parts from the Lexus being sold, and the Lexus being sold, I used that money as well, and then just money that I kind of already had put away. So put down 9 grand on the car. It brought me back down to a little bit over 29,000, and then my payments were probably around, and I actually have really good credit. I've been working on my credit for quite some time now. So if you guys are watching and you guys are young, make sure you guys take care of your credit. Make sure you guys watch that, because it is very important, especially living in a country that is built on credit. So just kind of throwing that out there. But I had pretty nice credit, you guys, and I ended up getting quoted from Toyota 4.2% with a monthly payment of $472, and that was at 29,000 walking out of the door. Okay, so that was after my down payment, taxes, and everything. Okay, and then I didn't get the extended warranty because, well, we all know I'm gonna break the warranty anyway, so why get the extended warranty? I ended up throwing that out the window, but I did get gap insurance. So gap insurance, it was a little bit high. I think they charged me like $1 grand for gap insurance. I know it was too high. For those that are about to comment to that, I've paid less gap insurance before, but whatever, that is what I paid, and it brought my monthly up to about $500. So $500, and my insurance, they quoted me. I have really good insurance. Wawa Nisa, shout out to you guys, because you guys are amazing. If you guys have good records, you guys can definitely get into Wawa Nisa, and they'll give you like such an amazing freaking quote. They've given me amazing quotes for having like a good record, you guys. I didn't always have a good record, but you know, now that I do, that's where we're at. So they quoted me about 110. So all in all, I'm paying about like 610 for the car. You know, 500 for the monthly, and then 110 for the insurance. So it's not bad, you guys. Some people might feel like that's a little too high. I completely understand, but everything you're getting for this car, the entry-level sports car that like you could just rip on the daily and then rip on the track, it's pretty amazing. I want to say, like, for those that I've talked to that I've been wanting you guys to drive it, I literally mean that. I want you to drive. I want you to like enjoy. I want you to you know, see what I see or feel what I feel. So yeah, it is a dope car, you guys. And so hopefully my experience on, you know, me telling you guys numbers and stuff like that has helped you guys kind of, you know, make your decision or kind of see where the market is at, especially for these kind of cars. So this is all the information that I currently have right now on the car, and I'm still learning, so it's just a process. So and don't worry, it'll get better. But I definitely wanted to get this out to you guys just because I said I would, and I didn't get a chance to do that before. That's all I got for this episode, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Desmond Simmons. If this is you guys' first time to the channel, please be sure to like the video and subscribe. We are growing at like a nice rate, you guys. People are figuring out about the channel. People are figuring out about us and what we're doing over here. And I'm super excited for what we have next and what we have to come this year. I literally had a meeting about it a couple days ago. So everything's in motion. So make sure you guys subscribe so that way you guys can be in tune for what comes on later on. You guys know what time it is. It's all about longevity. Make sure you guys live long and prosper, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.